Hello and welcome back to the railway, and today, as you can no doubt tell by the amount of boxcars, tools, and then all the way down here, I think it's this one? Okay, this one's the end of the tool trucks. Here are some more of the little four-wheelers I have, full of oil barrels? Yes, I finally have made a ton of oil barrels. And yes, these little boxcars do carry oil barrels. This is something I would love to see. Hell, I'd love to see them carry 30, stack another stack of 15 on top, man. Really open these cars up. Because it feels like there's not a lot of use being had here. And I put this car at the back. It's a toolbox, but yeah, there you go. But this is how I roll. And, okay, the three at the front, those three unlettered ones at the front are all Bannock Steel cars. When Bannock Steel Company went under, they basically had these cars. They were meaning to title them, but nothing happened. But those three, that's one boxcar. That's two boxcars. Two of the great big boxcars. So now, let's make sure I've got good fire. 87%. I don't want an 87% fire. I want a full firebox. Because we're going to be trying to take all this down without an accident. Put the brake. Put the cylinder cock. I said shut. Thank you. So what we're going to do now, if I could just do this, we're going to ride down, but you may be wondering why there's a second track over here on our right hand side, the side I'm standing on. Well, originally there were two industrial railways that came from the refinery. This track that we're on was industrial track number 1. It was supposed to be that the refinery would take loads to like the farms and even a couple of like a dynamite factory and whatnot. Oh, they're doing the shake. And I really didn't want them doing the shake. But this track here that we're on, it would have gone up to the would have gone and split off at the refinery, looped underneath itself, and kind of dipped into the back here, right around where there's like an actual alcove where a quarry would have been. Ooh. The other line would have actually come over the hedge here. And kind of in a little alcove over here, there was like a small yard. And as long as I don't lose any of these cars, I'm good. Have I lost anything? No. Haven't. Perfect. Honestly, I would love... Now, this is going to sound silly, but I'd like to have a Hawaiian steam engine to go with these cars. Because I feel rather silly I'm gonna have to open something and get it cooking. Give me a second. Sorry, I had to use RRO to check something. Turns out we had a brake on. Yeah, we were dragging on a handbrake. But as I was saying, I'd like a Hawaiian, like a little Hawaiian tender engine of some kind. Either a 260, 060, 48, 460, something like that. Because I really feel like using like the smaller tier 1 locomotives of these, while they are nice, just they're not going to cut it. Montezuma's not going to be powerful enough. Betsy's not going to be powerful enough. The Shea is going to be the closest to being powerful enough locomotive, but it's capped at like 7-8 mile an hour. The Porter 2, okay, fine, yeah, nice, woo, Porter 2. But that's it. I feel like our tier 1 locomotive roster, I hope we get more tier 1s that can actually manage these cars, because I would love that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let this run to the freight depot. If it pops off the rails, it pops off the rails. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do something. This is the track it'll be coming in on. And I'm going to set this like this. It'll pick me up on the way. So, I'll see you in a few minutes. There she is. And there we are. Let's collect and go. Hopefully we'll get enough money to buy a new engine. The Avon Northern number 2. But I don't know. And here's why I say I don't know. I could get the number 2, but I don't know what class it could be. It could be any class. There's only one way to find out what it'll be. Let's get this stuff down to the junction, or down to the yard. Okay, that's an interesting bug. That even though the regulator is shut, it's still open, but it doesn't show it as being open. Here we are. Our last ever run. Well, not really our last run. I will be trying to do multiplayer with some people. And we're gonna try, maybe, seeing about, I don't know, teaming up. Because if I could get the number 2, that's gonna put a lot less pressure. That actually means I can free up the Mason Bogey. And if I can free up the Mason Bogey can return to its metals. And I'm thinking I might actually have Betsy be the main pilot here. So things like this can come, so trains like from the Avon Northern can come in here. And then trains from the Little Peachingston could also come in. So this is the Avon Northern side that we're on. That's the Little Peachingston side. Grab the switch as soon as the last cars clear it. And we're just gonna shove everything back into this little freight depot. I'm gonna, however, pop the boxcar doors open. Before now, if we get an actual, like, steel mill, then I can transfer these back to the steel workings. Which is good. Come on, clear. How many cars do I have left to clear? 1. Okay, let's clear it as quickly as possible. Perfect. And now I could just shove back and start unloading these cars. I will see how much I get. I need to catch that platform before those boxcars do. Caught it. So it looks like I'll be able to buy the number 2. Oh, I think I will be able to get number 2. But number 2 will not be a big beast. What smell of beast are we talking? It looks like I've emptied every single car. I don't see any freight being left behind. Nope. That's every last single freight car. Wait a minute. Could I effectively buy the Avon Northern's numbers 2 and 3 right now with all that money? I have to do this. Okay, 3,500. Plus, you know what? There's only one livery for that. That's okay. So this will be the... Guess what this means now? Yeah, no. There we go. No, it's AYVYN. Okay. Let's come over and And look at the Avon Valleys. Brand new 2 and 3. So clock and our little goat. I wish it had the option to put a little name placard here. God only knows I'd love that. But now, that means officially, the oil runs have this. And the transfer workings to and from the ironworks have this. Yay. Just what I always wanted. So there we go. I'm hoping, if I can, I'm going to get with some peoples. And we will go to town. Just absolutely hem. Like, I'm going to put all the boxcars back to... Like, all the boxcars go back to the ironworks to be loaded up with tools again. And please note, I will try to get the other cars. And we'll go from there. What I'll do is I'll try to build up a little fleet of each. And then we're out of here. There'll be updates, like we'll possibly be getting a new map, new rolling stock, new industries, things like that. I'm hoping that, like, this map stays, like, they just expand this map a little bit more. If they give us, like, the Animal Crossing choose a biome kind of map, okay, fine. I'm gonna be honest, I don't see anything wrong with this kind of map. I just wish it was a little bit bigger. And that we had, I think they call it voxel terrain, which I know can be impossible to pull off in UE5, but we shall see. I can't guarantee that we will have what we want, but let's just enjoy what we have. And ladies and gentlemen, I will see you possibly in the next video on this. Whether we get new engines, new cars, new whatever. And if I can, I want to try to fill these, like this entire train with like oil drums, oil barrels, just load it to the brim. Just imagine a train like this being dragged down by the Glenbrook. In fact, real quick, before I actually sign out, you can go back to Home Metals to that. Shall we have 2 of these loading ramps? What it is I'm thinking, I'm going to make a train that will hold exactly, that can hold 100 of the barrels. And they will be put on these sidings right here. Bang and bang. And what we will do is we will race. I'm thinking like one guy takes one of the 2 routes I laid down, the other one takes the other one. And we just see who's better at controlling the engine, their engine, and their train down. And yeah, the sacrifice of 1 barrel. 3 little cars do what one of these does. And that's fine by me. This wouldn't... I would have just given up at the sawmill. Like, screw it. If this were the old splines, since it's the new splines, I'm happy. But that's the end of this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.